I must say that at age 37, almost 38, I have a pretty good knowledge of myself. I know what I like to eat, and I know I'm very picky. That's why I cook for myself. I don't like when somebody does my laundry. That's why I do laundry all the time. I also know I like it to be clean, so I clean all the time. I work long hours, and I won't walk away from my desk until my project is finished. I'm very stubborn. I'm very stubborn. I do believe I possess some sort of wisdom. At least that's what I want to think of myself. I know what I know. I know what I don't know. I know that I'm an extrovert. I know I never start mess on time, and I would never will. I'm pretty funny, at least I try to be funny. I make the same mistake at least twice, and I never learn. I will never grow up just like Roman. I know who I am. I know what I'm good at. At least I want to think of myself as a good dad to my son. I received the status of a savage tato. I mean, if you're not keeping up with the teenagers, I'm a savage tato now. So it's a pretty good status. I also know that I will never be a theologian, like some other priests, other ministers. I will never write a book, unless it's a book to make fun of you guys. I love to meet new people. My goal is always meet somebody new. I always talk to strangers. I care about homeless, sick. My passion is to know as much as I can about you and everyone that I meet. I like to ask very uncomfortable questions, and I know I can blame it on my hospital experience, on my clinical pastoral education. I always want to know more about you, and I want to think of that as my wisdom, and I want to leave it as it is. Today we celebrate Epiphany. 3 kings, wise people, wise men. I believe the story about those wise men is, at least that's what I want to think of them, as they reached the point of their life where they knew who they were, they knew what they knew, they realized that, what we know and we share with others reached the limit. We can't get any farther than that, at least not in this place. We need to go somewhere else to see something, to discover something that we don't know yet. We look in the sky, we saw the star, we're going to follow it. And as they walk through people, as they walk through nations, cultures, languages, before they get to Bethlehem, because that's the story. They meet people, they learn from them, they gain knowledge, they gain wisdom. It is what makes them. And it doesn't change them. They don't become more powerful, they don't become bigger kings, wiser people in their own eyes, but they use this wisdom to reach the point where they come in front of the baby. A baby, a human. And they have an aha moment where they realize, that's it. It is about humanity. It is about being there one for another. It's not about a star, it's not about knowledge, it's not about how powerful I am as a king or how fearful I am as a king, but it's about one another. It's about humanity and other humans. I also learned about myself that what I write down, I never preach. I never remember what I write down. That's why I write things down, so I can read them to you. This is my own work, okay? I'm not quoting anybody else. Please, don't Google, don't check it. We think that it's us. kings, wise men and women who have to deliver the good news to the world. But what if it's not us, but what if it's the people who deliver the good news to us? What if God is delivered to us and revealed to us in others, and we are simply blind to it, blind by our wisdom? People do not walk away from churches that have authentic and clear mission statements. For example, we help the poor by feeding them. We visit the neglected, the outcasted, who are always welcome here. It's not just a single pastor and few of his obedient followers who welcome. We all welcome others. No matter how far we travel in our lives, physical, intellectual, or cultural distance, or what we know, if we don't acknowledge God in another human being, our search, our knowledge, our words, our mission statements, our mottos are useless and meaningless. We are somebody, all right? We are somebody. We are wise. We have knowledge, wisdom. We have resources. And now we simply need to be doers. Not only worshipers or blind followers, but doers, activists, advocates, liberators who love what they do, who are passionate epiphanists. I don't even know if that word exists, but it just exists now. Epiphanists, that's what we are. God uses us as mediators between Him, or God, and the rest of the humanity. God reveals God's self in a child and uses us to carry that message to the world. But we cannot carry the message if we are not wise about it. If we don't recognize God in all of that is. It's not the beautiful and long preaching or golden decorations or decorations for any church occasions, but rather our active involvement and authenticity that is revealed to us and reveals God through us to the world. Our job as Magi's or wise men and women, as we are, is to lay down our most precious possessions that we have in front of us. Those gifts that I brought, the most precious possessions that you have, that you don't want to give away. But you lay them down, that's your wisdom. And say, there you go, they are yours. They are for you. No matter where you came from, no matter what race you are, no matter what language you speak, or what your legal status is. I have a sense that I know who we are as a church. Community of faithful, and not a heartless, help me with that one, profitable, sounds good, sounds English, profitable, thank you, Luann, corporation. We say, please take, please eat, please come, please share. We cannot look around and blame the world. We cannot blame the world for things that are not changed, or systems, or presidents, or senators, or bishops, or pastors, because it's us who make a difference. Epiphany begins with us. Wisdom of this world is within us. And it's up to us what we do with that. Amen?